Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I know I am. Beautiful weather outside where I am right now. Nice, sunny, breezy. I hope you guys are having that type of weather out there too. If not, oof, I feel sorry for you. Today we have a great guest. Real good. I came across him when I was modding for current boss that I have, aka known as Hypnotic, and I came across him during Saturday Night Hypnosis. He is probably one of the nicest guys, but also very funny that I have ever come across. And well, I will introduce you to him now. Welcome, Will of the Fans. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm good. That's a hell of an intro. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Especially the part about being funny. I don't know. I've been trying to be funny since I was a kid, but whether I am or not is really up to the audience, not me.
Well, you definitely have a great show, and you're very friendly towards everybody that comes in, especially when you do your game shows.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the internet's a harsh and horrible place, and I grew up in it, and I can be a savage, absolutely, any day of the week, but I much prefer to just be myself, and I don't know, I was raised in a way that you should be friendly to everybody until they prove that they're not worthy of it. So that's my demeanor, and that's who I am. Thank you for the compliment.
Wanker of the week.
Yeah, well, these are people who've deliberately proven multiple times that they don't care what somebody else thinks, or they're willing to lie, cheat, and steal in public, openly. There's various things that people can do to get on Wanker of the Week.
Well, why don't you tell the audience what it is you do, what you cover, etc.
Yeah, I'm one of those grifter channels. You know, I do pop culture and politics with a slight twang of British snark, but I also like to dive in a little bit deeper than many people do and get to the core of the issues in my videos when I have time to make them. But since I started streaming, that has become much bigger proportionally in terms of the amount of content that I'm putting out, hours and hours and hours and hours of streams a week where we just dissect everything that's going on. And rather than getting necessarily furious about it, though that does happen quite often, we'll be trying to boil it down to the actual core issues behind them, behind the issues, of not just wokeness, but media corruption, nepotism, and all of those sorts of things that have ruined the various art forms that we've been enjoying from my entire life and since far beyond that, my dad's era as well.
Wow.
I was lucky to be raised by a jazz family with parents who were 40 years older than me, so I was brought up on a certain standard of entertainment, and I cannot limit myself to the brain dead mush that we're expected to accept as entertainment today. And it got to the point where I couldn't stand it anymore. And I felt like a lot of people that used to talk about it had started to give up on it a bit. So I decided to join the ranks of the culture war and fight back. So here
Awesome. I am. Well, before we get started with our topic, let's say hello to some people in the chat.
Hello, chat.
Laura Dragneil, hello to you. Jay Viper, Will of the Sakura. Yes, Will of the Sakura, bringer of all the beautiful sakura flowers that we saw in the thumbnail. Zalosi, mod with the most from the East Coast. How you doing, sweetie? Yes, like and subscribe. St. Hugo, great to see you. Saw you over on Will's channel. Always great to be with you as well. So, great to be with you on Scheitgeist earlier this week. Quite fun. Jonathan, James Johnson Jr., JJJ.
Quad J.
Hello to you too. Yeah, Triple J. Rhoda, evening to you, afternoon to me.
My co-host.
Yeah, Rhoda's great. I had him on last weekend, I think.
Rhoda's a legend. He's such a down-to-earth geezer. And, and he sometimes ends up the butt of the joke a little bit, but he's such a good sport about it that we love him,
Yeah, he's the one who invited me onto Scheitgeist. I was like, oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah. He's doing really well with that show, actually.
Yeah, he is. Cancel this podcast. Cancel this podcast, Jase. He's great. Hey, Scooby.
Hail Dark Exile.
Hey, Scooby, dropping a like and coming out to show some love while I get some things taken care of at the house. Awesome. Thank you. I'll show some love to you right back when you come on tonight, when you stream tonight, sweetie. Artulitu, hello.
Hello.
Exactly.
You can hear me sniggering. I'm always laughing. Rhoda, the man, the myth, the legend.
And my beautiful producer, Stark of Iron.
The
man of borderline 100 voices.
That's interesting. I'd like to hear
that. If he wants to, he can come on and do a Beetlejuice real quick.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just like a sample of his voice. But that is up to Tony.
Whatever you like. It's your show. I'm merely the guest, which is very relaxing for me.
Tony, do you want to come in and say something as the voice of Beetlejuice and then pop out? As an example? Or are you just going to stay behind? I have a feeling he's probably he likes Saturdays he likes to take a day off though and just sit behind and push buttons.
That's fine. I completely understand. I don't take days off anymore.
Hey, what the hell are you going on about?
Whoa, that's actually really accurate.
What? Thank you very much. Thank you. I mean, I've been working on it. There's a little bit of a side, a bit of a side hustle. You know what I mean? All right, I'm out.
Holy shit, that was really good. That was really good.
Yeah, he does those voices.
Nice fucking model.
It's like when I do Cartman, and I'm like, hey, you guys, how you doing? Screw you guys, I'm going home. And people are like, whoa. Although, to be fair, they stopped sounding like that.
Yeah, great Cartman there.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Respect my authority. I love that.
All right, not to derail the show too much. Will, get with me after this. If you got room on your computer for a PNG2 program, I got a Cartman model for
amazing. We'll talk.
Yeah, he's sweet as hell, and he's a great producer.
Sounds like a really nice guy.
Oh, he is. If you ever watch my
The man.
James OP gifted a 5 Scooby Pup memberships.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Sup, Dark Exile. Hey, Dan. Thanks
James
to
OP for
you
the
know
5
what.
memberships. That's James. James, just shout out to James. He's
yeah.
a legend in our community. No one is doing more to support people like us in little tiny ways, little ways no one can even see, than James. He is a freaking king. So
There
shout out
is
to him.
a clip I would love to play for him, since he did this right at the very start of the fucking show. Jesus Christ. If you guys will bear with me, it's 3 minutes long. I will play it, and it's a Gooner clip. It's a very long, and I'm working on making it short.
I basically grift my entire channel on 3-minute Gooner clips, so go ahead.
Now
Nice.
that is just a sample. I'm gonna have John make it shorter and add different girls in. Like I'm gonna put in Jill Valentine, Joanna Dark, and Chun-Li. And remove some of the other clips from the other one. So we're gonna try and make it shorter, and
I have a good Chun-Li. But yeah, obviously the shout out, by the way, I've been meaning to tell you for a while. I have been very impressed with what you have done with those. Obviously most people here already know that, like, we had a head-to-head and I showed you a few things with how to render those kind of models, and you've really like run with what I said. I think some of yours are better than mine.
I call Will the AI whisperer, because he taught me what to put in for prompts, and these are the results, lady. And you can thank
Obi-Wan has taught you well.
Yes. And James Ott for $10 says, I try to derail Scooby's show by summoning Beetlejuice, but she always sends him away. Watch. Beetlejuice. Yeah, no, I am saying the last word. You want that? You're gonna wait.
Joke's on you! You said it 4 times, not me.
That's actually true. But yeah, no, you did really well with that. With those clips, like, really. I think that I don't know what you told them to do relative to what I tell them to do, but
I just tell them to dance sensually, and those are the results.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
They just must like you better because you're a woman. I think women know more. Like, I'm a guy. I can make the models do some pretty near the knuckle stuff, but you can make a move more sexy than I can, and I think it's because you're a chick.
Yeah, what I do is I have Grok take the image. I put the image up first, then I have Grok take the image, and I'll put in something like remove the gun.
Yeah, gotta do that.
Make the picture HD, put her in a sexy pose, and that's what will happen. And then
from there,
I'll make a video of it, and then I'll put in dance sensually. That's all I put, and then those are usually the results.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have an army of AI Guna clips soon.
And for anybody who can name all the girls in that clip, kudos to you. We got more coming in to alter that clip, and we're going to try and make it shorter.
I mean, the only one I can't really remember is the one from Heavenly Sword.
Nariko.
That's the one. Everyone else, I'm like, yeah, I know her. And then I'm like, oh, Heavenly Sword, but I forgot her name. Because they never did anything with that franchise. It was a glorified PS3 tech demo.
That's what I mean. You play through all those hours at the game, and then your character dies anyways in the game. Spoiler alert for people. Your character dies anyways. It's like, why did I play this game in the first place?
Yeah, they did it deliberately. It was just supposed to be a one-shot. And it actually was pretty cool, but I think it would have been cool if they did more with it. I remember I had a girlfriend when the PS3 came out who was... well, she's a leftist now, so it shouldn't be a big surprise that she was like, oh my god, a tough girl character who's sexy, so she was freaked out by that. But there you go.
And before we get started on the show, somebody wants to say hi. Cartman, get in here.
Which Cartman? Me or the other Cartman?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Epic Eric coming in hot, man. I said to myself, we're gonna be in his house, yeah, boy.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'll tell you what. You got yourself a great street Cartman there, sir. Are you a master debater? Are you a master debater like I'm a master debater? I think we can master.
I don't think you are, Charlie. I want to be like Charlie Kirk. That's why I got him killed.
I tell you, Charlie Kirk is really, really rad. I tell you what, right, boy.
This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have a Cartman v. Cartman.
Well, I was hoping to save this, but yeah, this is an animated PNG tuber. This is one of mine.
That's fucking cool.
And the thing is the videos that I edit, that's basically how I do it, because I just finished a Zorak and a Moltar for Snake Mountain News. I'm also a Skeletor impersonator. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
But I digress. Let's not derail the show anymore.
Yes, let us
It's not
get
derail the
started.
show. We should probably go ahead and get started with.
We should
the
probably
button
talk about
pressing.
this some other time, Clyde. Whatever
You
your
just
name
call
is.
me Clyde.
Okay, so let's talk about the
I like that guy.
future. Yeah. The
All right, let's
future,
do
we
it.
got loaded with things like Project Helix, PlayStation, Steam, and NVIDIA doing all sorts of stuff, both individually and all together. So it's and not only that, it's also it's probably going to be a very pricey future that we're going to be looking at too, because of all of this. Steam, not because of their games or whatever, but for other reasons. First off, we're going to start off with PlayStation Network. They are, as you know, they're making a lot of changes right now with some of their games. A lot of them becoming live service and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So they've decided to change the way they do things, and I found a lovely little article on it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, I've been a PlayStation guy since 1995. I got into them as a 9-year-old. I was wowed by the adverts. Do not underestimate the power of PlayStation. It became my main console with a Nintendo backup for 4 generations. And then the PS5 came along and I just didn't see the point. There was no games. They were censoring everything. It was driving me nuts. So that's why and also, I don't know what you're going to tell me here, because I don't know. I've been Crimson Desert maxing for like 3 straight days.
I noticed.
and sleeping when I'm not streaming or Crimson Desert maxing. So I don't know what the hell's going on with PlayStation at the moment. If they're changing the network, my first comment before you tell me anything would be, have you made it more secure? Because we all remember 2011, and they've been giving away free games every month on PS Plus ever since.
Yeah. So basically, an internal email was sent to developers informing them that the company was strategically they had decided to phase out the terms for PlayStation Network and PSN in order to properly capture the breadth of its evolving digital services, as you can see in the article. Sony allegedly stressed this was purely a brand change and would not affect the services it provides, such as cloud gaming, multiple multiplayer access, or its free games that we get from due to the hack. The upcoming changes are purely visual. They won't introduce any technical alterations to the offerings to simplify and unify branding. The terms for PlayStation Network and PSN will be phased out across all SIE.
What are they going to replace them with?
So they're going to be getting rid of all those assets by 2026. The email said all features currently associated with PSN, including the core network features such as friends, multiplayer, and trophies, will remain unaffected and available to players. And that's pretty much what they left off with. And a lot of these things, as you said, they're going to be phased out by September. So we don't know much more beyond that, other than this is going to be strictly for the moment a visual change. Not
to read ahead too much, but it doesn't look like they've got a new brand, or a new logo to speak of. That's suspicious. Like, why would they announce they're abandoning that brand if it's without something to replace it? That doesn't happen,
Let's see. It says the PlayStation Network, which parcels up its online store and stuff, it was introduced in 2006 with the PS3, and its PlayStation Plus service launched in 2010. The name is synonymous It's synonymous with the PlayStation hack. That might be one of the things
Exactly.
as well.
I just said it. That's the
Yeah,
first thing people think of still. You say
Yeah.
PlayStation Network, and they go, "Oh yeah, the one that gets hacked all the time." It's like, well, it has been 15 years,
Yeah,
and
and
they've
oh my God,
tried to make it up to you, but
yeah, and it took the information of 77 million people. I did not know it was that many. It didn't even feel like 24 days.
I
That it was
remember it.
down.
I
It didn't even
remember
feel
it
like it was down
well.
for 24 days. It felt less than that
I
to me.
remember what was going on. My friend and I had a friend who had like quite severe depression, and I was spending a lot of time at his house, and we went and ran through the first three. I think it was three at the time. No, it was only two Uncharted games to try and pull him up, give him something fun to do. And that was at the time when the hack was going on because he could not sign in, and all the achievements we were unlocking were going nowhere. So he was very annoyed.
And then, of course, it went down for 24 hours in February, something Sony attributed to an unspecified operational issue. Some
Right.
PlayStation customers want more transparency, citing the 2011 data breach. So I can see why this is happening. It's probably because they probably want to cover up they probably want to cover up a few things before they introduce a new way
For
of
sure.
branding, because they're doing a lot of live service now.
Sony are the second best company. They're the number one contender for Nintendo's championship of doing absolutely nothing and moving at the speed of an iceberg. So the fact that it's taken them 15 years to rebrand is not surprising to me. They should have rebranded in 2012. They should have gone, okay, we're binning the PlayStation Network and we're coming back with bleh, whatever it is. But all they gave us was PS Plus.
But they're third place. They are in third place for doing absolute fuck ups, because nobody has fucked up more than Xbox in the past. And now we got Nintendo fucking up like no tomorrow.
Yeah. I think at the moment, Nintendo is the current champion of fucking up in the console space, of pissing off their core audience. Absolutely. Sony, it's difficult to say whether Sony or Microsoft are number two, though. They're probably in a pitched battle for number one contendership at the moment, because Microsoft's hell-bent on destroying its entire brand. But at the same time, PlayStation just alienates its customers and provides them with absolutely nothing, no information, and only censorship. And it's been that way for 7 years. So it's tough. I remember in 2013, during the E3 debacle with Xbox, urging my Xbox friends to buy PlayStations instead. And they're like, oh, you're just a Sony fanboy. No, seriously, watch E3. Here, we'll watch it. And I managed to convince them all, and they all became PlayStation guys. And then when the PS5 came out, I'm like, you do realize you're making me look like an asshole now, Sony, you know? I hate them all, honestly. That's why I abandoned them and got a PC. That's where I'm
St. Hugo 29 says, always keep in mind that Sony holds anime hostage with Crunchyroll too. Wasn't Crunchyroll supposed to go out of business in the first place?
Country hole. Yeah. Yeah, they're always on death's door. They have the worst infrastructure. Anime fans are zealots. It's ridiculous. Anytime an anime fan tells you they watch anime on Crunchyroll, it's like, I think you should probably just give back your anime fan card, because you're not really watching anime. You're watching censored, badly maintained anime on a player that isn't fit for streaming. So
when it comes to anime, I dare not touch Crunchyroll. What do? I will go find some other way to watch it. I will go to a YouTube site.
Going straight to Tortuga, let's be honest.
Yeah, I will go to YouTube, watch it there. I will go to Plex. I will watch something there, because there's always some other place that has another way to watch it that's better.
Yeah.
And for me,
you could go to my Plex if you want to watch One Piece. I've got all of it.
I'm not a big fan of One Piece, but you give me shows like Bubblegum Crisis, Ghost in the Shell, or I'm a big fan of those action animes or the comedy or the comedy action ones. Those ones I love.
Okay.
I
Did you ever
even started
see?
off. I
Did you ever
started off
see
on Sailor
Excel
Moon.
Saga? Have you ever seen
Yes.
Excel Saga?
Yes, I have.
I love it. It's you can't see it, but it's 6 feet from me right now. All of the DVDs.
My introduction to anime was Sailor Moon, followed by Ronin Warriors.
Okay, for me it was something I saw when I was a very small child, and then a few years later, obviously Pokemon came out. But I think even then I knew like what anime was. I was about 13 when that anime made it to the UK, but of course, Dragon Ball. So
And then
that was it from there
Disney
on.
bought, yeah, and then Disney bought Dragon Ball. It's like, fuck you, Disney.
They can't buy this guy. Yeah, that's right.
They will never buy it.
I will not be bought by Disney.
There you go.
Don't get me started on Dragon Ball impersonations. I'll be here all day.
Oh, please, let's not do that.
Yeah, you can't see it behind me because I refuse to show my face, but I have
His
behind me.
Vegeta sounds like TFA's Vegeta.
Yeah,
I try
that
to go
means it's
for more of a
perfect.
Christian. That's pretty good. That's really good.
for me, you can't see it because I refuse to show my face. But behind me, I have a Bleach figurine of Ichigo in his full-on hollow form when he's like just pure hollow with the long ass red hair, orange hair, and everything like that. When he just like completely,
some
totally
patience.
lost it. Yep.
I only have the first 8 books because I moved while I was collecting them.
I don't know if you saw him when he went on full hollow when he had the freaking horns and his whole body he literally turned into a hollow, and it was freaking amazing. And I have a statue of that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I have a
with
statue
the devil horns coming around like that and the long hair.
Yeah, I have a statue of that, of him holding the sword with a severed arm in his hand.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a picture of that right now.
Yeah, so it's so I have a statue of that one, and of course my little statues are basically great. I have a statue of Sashomaru, and of course my Godzilla statue, my most prized possession.
No, I don't have that many anime statues. I've got that one. I've got a Luffy. That's more like a mascot. It's a little thing. It's like this big with a big head. I do have a full, like a 1/8 scale Lara Croft kind of thing. Not 1/6, 1/12. No, yeah, 1/6 scale Lara Croft. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I would put anime stuff in my clips and whatnot, but people are more familiar with the games and stuff. So.
And I got this guy.
The bobblehead from Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this guy. Oh, and I also have this as well, actually. The One True Cloud.
The one that dances every time Hypnotic gets a...
Yeah, the only Cloud that I will play as.
In case you're wondering, guys, whenever on SNH, whenever Hypnotic gets a donation, Will pulls out Cloud and makes him dance.
I used to. Yeah, back in the day when he used to play the Doom music. Yeah. That was a while ago. Fuck.
But as we know, Xbox and PlayStation, they were fighting for the spot or who's the biggest dipshit. But you never know, because Microsoft right now is working on something different. They are finally trying to get ahead of the game with their new console, currently known as Project Helix.
Yeah.
And
is it really ahead of the game, though? Because it looks like they're just trying to do the Steam machine.
It was mentioned at GDC and at the GDC Game Developers Conference, for those of you who don't know that. And they let out a whole bunch of the new specs, what they intend to do with it. And it seemed pretty interesting. It is a console. They described it as a new gaming console. So I don't know if they intend for that to be something similar to the Steam Machine. I know that they're going to use Xbox mode to start phasing their games out. But
I'm not sure what they're doing. I mean, if it's going to be an Xbox, I'm almost wondering if they're going to keep the Xbox branding, because they've done so much to damage it. It's so
they keep on
difficult.
saying that they want to move away from consoles, and yet they're making another. I mean,
sounds like a pivot. This was announced, of course, after they switched CEO, right? After Phil left, and after they kicked out the other girl, and they brought in the Indian lady. I can't think of any other names at the moment. Sorry. But then they suddenly announced Project Helix. Is that the timeline, or was it before?
Project Helix. It's supposed to be. They're supposed to start working on it in 2026 by pushing out. When they for 2026, they're going to start doing Xbox mode, which is part of Windows 20, which is part of Windows 11. It makes everything a smoother gaming experience.
Right.
Supposedly.
And so although Windows 11 is not the thing you want to hang your hat on being attached to if you're talking about smooth experiences.
Yeah. And they're going to use this as their next generation console.
Yeah.
If they do bring it out, it's probably going to be most likely brought out in 2027. And as you can see, it says in April, Xbox mode will begin rolling out. Certain things. Now, if they're saying it brings a familiar Xbox experience, that's not a good sign. Because I remember my brother's Xbox, his original Xbox 360, he kept on getting the red ring of death like no tomorrow on that damn thing.
Yeah. I mean, so effectively they're telling you that your Xbox will be within Windows 11.
Yeah. And they're going to be doing a partnership with AMD. Now, if I'm not too sure, correct me if I am wrong, but currently I think AMD is what the PS5 is has in its system.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. The major rivals, the most major rival of NVIDIA.
And they're going to be using, and they're also one of the systems that are going to be using the NVIDIA.
So they are going to be using DLSS 5 then, yeah.
Even though they're going to be bringing in the FSR and the as games.
Right? Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, as in games, and they're right. They're about breaking down barriers between console and PC to make things more seamless. Of course, with PlayStation, we can tell that's going to be rather troublesome for them. They're taking everything they've learned about gaming from OS and they're bringing it to Project. They're bringing it directly into Windows again. Ouch.
People don't even want Windows these days. This is the problem. They need to do something radical. And this sounds like it's radical, but it also sounds... If John was here, he would be rolling his eyes so far back, they would be bursting through the back of his skull.
I was talking to him last night about this, and oh my God, yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he went on and on about it.
Microsoft than that guy.
Yeah, he had a lot to say. It was actually very interesting.
Get him like talking about Microsoft, and he will talk for 2 or 3 hours probably if you don't stop him, and it'll all be really interesting shit. But
and this is they're trying to get this stuff out as soon as they can, because it's basically 25 years that Xbox will have been around, maybe more.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder where that time's gone. It still feels like it's the new kid on the block for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not, obviously. But I don't know. I never owned an Xbox. I was never convinced to, for whatever reason. There were a lot of reasons. First, it was just, why would I want that thing when I can get a PS2? I know it works. Then it was, I don't like their marketing. And then it was 2013. I don't like their attitude. I just never bothered with an Xbox for whatever reason. And And then they just sat and systematically shat the bed over the last few years, and I just don't really understand what they're doing in gaming anymore. No one seems to. Everyone's just like treating Xbox these days like it's had a stroke. Like, oh well, it's trying hard, but
Well, in a
take
way,
everything he says with a pinch of salt.
well, in a way, it has, because compared to the strong lead it had back when Xbox 360 came out and stuff,
Oh yeah,
compared to that, it is
5,
now
6, 7. Yeah, they had a big lead.
It is now the only thing keeping it alive is Game Pass, and they raised the price on Game Pass. So if they raise the price on anything, because like I said, Game Pass is the only thing that's holding them on with just barely a thread as it is. I mean, they have all the games that's on Game Pass. You can get on either Steam or PlayStation on that. And PlayStation, there's a lot more PlayStations out there than there are Xbox owners. And there's a lot of people who prefer Steam over consoles. And if you can get the games from other places like Steam or PlayStation, then there's no point in going to Game Pass when you can go elsewhere. So they are holding on with Game Pass. And if I were them, I'd cut the price down.
Game Pass is the worst thing that ever happened to Xbox, other than the subsequent decision, I suppose, to tell you that everything's an Xbox, because they effectively themselves in the console model worked really, really well. You have a simplistic plug and play alternative to PC gaming, where you put the disc in, turn it on, and the game starts and you play, right? Or the cartridge or whatever. And then console gaming in the 6th generation, so the PS3, Xbox 360 generation, tried to become closer to PC. So suddenly you've got firmware updates, you've got DRM, you've got DLC and microtransactions and things like that, which affected the entire industry at the same time. But it was the first time that console gamers were dealing with the kind of hiccups that would happen on PC. And Xbox, they seem to be doing more and more and more to just try and turn themselves into a PC. PlayStation as well. It's just become a total mess. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, they go, hey, you don't actually get to buy games anymore. You're going to rent them. And then we get to decide when they go offline, when they're not available for you anymore. Like a rental shop, like you buy like an old VHS rental shop. After it's been rented out maybe 50 times, that tape, and you need to buy a new one to replace your stock, And
that's very much what PlayStation Plus is like. You can get PlayStation Plus, one of the 3 versions out there, download one of the games, but the moment and have your fun on it and everything like that. But the moment your subscription runs out, you're locked out and you're stuck with a game. And you're stuck with a game that you can't play, which then means you got to renew your PlayStation Plus, or just freaking flat out,
or just uninstall the game and admit that you don't actually own it.
I prefer. I always prefer getting the physical copy.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, the thing with Steam at the moment, the reason it works is you own the license it's not a perfect system either, because you never know, Gabe might die and someone else will take over Steam and turn it into Xbox. But if you don't own the thing, you can't use it, right? It's not yours. And the biggest point of contention, I would say, in all of gaming these days is that exact problem of ownership. There used to be this paradigm where you would say, okay, I made this thing and you can buy it and then you own it. I still made it, but you own it. You can do what you like with it. And now it's like the corporatism has set in to the state now where it's, I made this thing and I own it forever, and you can use it for a while until I decide you can't anymore. But that doesn't gel well with gamers, because we like to collect things. We're nerds. We're geeks. We have figurines, we have statues, we like to display our tap, you know. We like to say, I've got this game, I've got this game, I've got this game. And the idea would be, in 20 years, if I wanted to, I could fire up my Super NES, stick in a cartridge, and hopefully it will still work, right? The only thing that would stop me would be age, wear and tear, that kind of stuff. So we preserve these things, we keep them in good nick so that they'll work forever. I don't know why we do it. I guess we've always been preparing for future nostalgia or something. I don't know. Maybe gamers were just ahead of the curve. We could sort of see ourselves going, oh yeah, I'm going to show this to my kids or something like that.
Yeah, I am so anal about my electronics and stuff. As far as I'm concerned, it's like when I lived with my brother, his daughter would occasionally come into my room, and I would say, leave your electronics out, and she would leave her electronics outside of my room, and then she would come in, I'd say, do not touch Auntie's PlayStation or any of Auntie's statues or anything like that. I always told her, you know, don't touch this, don't touch that, don't touch this. And she would always give me this look like, seriously? And I'd be like, don't.
You have no idea what this stuff is. You know,
yeah, I even tell my mom, I always tell her, I was like, don't you ever dare handle my PlayStations or anything like that. I'm very possessive over
I wasn't even that
all
bad,
my electronics.
Yeah, I get it. No, I used to let my dad play my PlayStation. He went through, he could see what was happening in media when I was a kid. And I remember I got a PS1, I was running through a Crash Bandicoot demo. My dad was like, we need household insurance. I'm like, what? We need household insurance. Ooh,
Yeah, in my case, it's just like, everything that I have. The reason I'm so anal about my electronics is because I view things like my dad does. Everything is easily breakable.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, all those consoles, they don't make them like they used to. My Super NES still works. My Game Boy still works.
My PSP still works. My PlayStation 2 is like a freaking brick.
Yeah.
I've dropped it like 3 times. It still works like it's brand new. The same thing happened with my PS3. I've dropped it before and it works. It built like a freaking brick. That's the one thing I like about the PlayStation systems. The lifespan. They have a ridiculously long lifespan. As it is,
Very
the
good,
PS3 is
Not
getting
anymore.
as it is, the PS3 is getting another update. It's still getting updates.
Of course. They did one thing that they did manage to do with that generation was create extreme longevity for consoles. There are people still buying and selling PlayStation 3 games in stores in Asia. I go to them from time to time just to check out what they've got. I never really buy anything, but it's really cool to see that they're there, you know, in these glass cases. These like games from 15 years ago that are still being bought and sold. It's cool. I think, there was just this sort of element of the stuff that I have here is so cool. And that's the most Luddite way of explaining it, but that's what it is. We were like, oh my God, you mean I can do this thing and it will happen on the TV? And then that evolved over 20, 30 years. And now we're still looking at those early formative consoles and those early formative games as works of absolute genius. Whereas you compare that to the stuff that comes out now from the same companies, and it's just so phoned in. They don't care anymore. There's no art to it.
Well, not only that is also, for example, okay, I have a Samsung TV. Now I can go on the Samsung TV and click on the game section. All I need is a remote control. All I need is a controller. And I can play games from any game from Xbox, Nvidia, or PlayStation without owning any of the consoles or any of that stuff because the digital games are on there.
I mean, like with my dad, you know, playing the PlayStation 1, he ran through Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9. His favorite was 8. My favorite is 7 forever. But he ran through those games and he ran through them again and again and again. And even he formed these nostalgic times. So when he, for example, when he was still alive, he passed away sadly about 6 months, 7 months ago, or whatever.
Condolences.
That's all right. He still, when he got here, was like, "Is there some way you can let me play Final Fantasy VIII?" I was like, "Yes, I've got it on Steam. I'll log you in." And I gave him an all-in-one PC that was powerful enough to run a PS1 game, probably a bit better than that, but probably could run a PS2 or PS3 game. But yeah, he went straight through Final Fantasy VIII in 3 months. I think he only asked me for help like twice. Then after that, he was like, "What about Alundra?" I was like, "Alundra? Oh my god, yeah, that fiendish, brutal Zelda clone on PS1." But I'm still streaming at the moment. I'm co-streaming it alongside Crimson Desert now, but I'm gonna finish it. That was the last game. It was one of the most important games we ever beat together, because at the time I didn't really have the patience for the puzzles. They were much harder than Zelda puzzles. And he would sit with a pen and paper and figure them out, pick me up from school and be like, "Here," and hand me like this dossier, of his sketches of the room and the permutations of the blocks and how you could push them into a position to jump across them. So yeah, after he passed, I decided I'm going to stream Alundra. But in 2023, that was the last game we ever beat together again. And he did about 80% of it at the age of 81 at the time, I think. So pretty incredible. These are the experiences that we have with gaming, these old memories, and we want to preserve them. And we don't want a company, the company that gave them to us, to turn around and say, "Well, you actually only got these on loan. We can decide when you can't play them anymore." Because as we, and I think it's probably got something to do with the fact that we just began this way. We buy it, we play it, we own it, we can play it whenever we want. We've had that experience. We had 20 years of that experience, 25 years, maybe longer. Now accept the worst deal. We know it can be done. It was done with lesser technology, more effectively, more efficiently. Why should we accept these terms? And that really is what Gamergate and Gamergate 2 have been about for the last however many years. But it's been bubbling for a long time. This is why we hate corporatism. We hate the way that they treat gamers like we're these consumers. We're customers, all right? You want to suck us off. Let's be honest. You want to give us the best deal possible, so we will give you our money. And if you don't, we won't. Look at the live service fiasco. One after another. Concord, Highguard, Marathon now. In the toilet. No one cares. Then they bring out a game like Crimson Desert. Oh, this game is how long? 400 or 500 hours long? And it costs $70 and I can buy it. Okay, good deal. And that's why I'm advocating for it, no matter what IGN or Mirror think. So there you go. That's what we want. We want to be able to own our games. We don't want companies to come along and dictate the rules for us. All right, you make the products and we will buy them if they're good. That's the market. Simple as that.
Yeah. And another problem with the current market is going to be our next topic, which is NVIDIA.
Yeah, they're not helping, are they?
No, they are not. For any of you who have been checking out Twitter or whatnot, a lot of people have been putting up pictures for using Resident Evil Requiem as a reference of
DLSS 5.
Thank you. And
That's right.
rendering of the pictures, making them look even more lifelike than they already are, practically turning them into real people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Photorealism has been achieved
and
with AI. See, I don't hate DLSS 5. I think it looks cool. I think if it's optional and you can turn it off, fair enough. But I also think that there's an element of artistry that might get lost if you can paint over someone else's work.
Mm-hmm. And I think we have the next generation of gaming to play for to blame for most of this, because they want to make graphics even bigger and better than they are before, and for that they're going to most likely use the NVIDIA.
Yeah, I mean the real issue is NVIDIA's stranglehold on the graphics industry at the moment that they seem to have. Although I'm no real expert on the details. I don't care if people want to use DLSS. It doesn't offend me in any kind of moralistic way, really. If it's used purely for enhancing things in the way that we've seen, but if it's going to change, I also think it could be used to mod. Like people will have an easier time modding DLSS than they will have modding games. So I don't know if I'm really not sure if it's a good or a bad thing yet, to be honest.
Yeah, in my eyes, I think it's probably most likely going to be one of those, depending on the situation, things. Just like with AI, it's
it's a tool.
When is a good time to use AI and when is it not? It's definitely it's definitely a tool.
Yeah.
And
that's I get annoyed at the usually left-wing people who freak out about AI, which is funny because originally, as I saw it, it was the right wing that were freaking out about AI, potentially Skynet and all that stuff. And they were like, oh, actually, this is quite useful. And then we saw the other side freaking out about it. And now it's like, well, I'm going to generate a picture of this character that you made ugly and give her great big tits and pretty makeup. So,
that's one hell of a tool. It's definitely a good tool.
And it's almost a total abuse of it. It could be used for so much better. But at the end of the day, if you have a dumb idea that makes you laugh and you want to use AI to make it, fine. If it makes other people laugh, good for you. If it doesn't, well, I guess it wasn't that good an idea. If you have a great idea that you can't realize and someone else with the means to realize their ideas is making absolute garbage, why not let the little guy with the AI have a go?
Yeah, and then of course, we do have the RAM shortage, which is
that's a big problem, and NVIDIA is not helping that at all.
No, it's not. If anything, it's probably causing more problems than it should be.
Yeah, it's screwing the whole industry, actually.
Yeah, if it's one person, I know it's definitely pissed off Cassie. Cassie's covered it. Cassie has covered it many times, and every time she gets so heated, she starts cooking, and I'm like, "Go, girl!" It's like, ease, take a breath.
Yeah, I know. It's a difficult thing because obviously the shortage, especially caused by AI data centers and things like that, and then it makes it harder and harder for people to produce enough. So then the open market, the customer level has to pay more because there's such a demand and no supply. Obvious market forces. But I don't know. I remain kind of blissfully unaffected by this because I don't care about pushing the envelope graphically very much. I'm playing Crimson Desert right now on a blend of mid and high settings, and I'm very happy. I grew up on a Game Boy, so for me, it's like I don't care if the game. I've said this for a long time, and this is a really sort of extreme, not black-pilled, but kind of gray-pilled take. If the entire AAA games industry burns to the ground in the next year, I still have all my games to play.
Mm-hmm. And as you can see, as you mentioned before, Xbox and Steam, they're pretty much the Project Helix will probably be more of like a glorified Steam box. And by doing that, they're definitely going to be making their games DL using NVIDIA. And I'm pretty sure PlayStation will start phasing in NVIDIA onto their stuff, which will, it's going to spread like a virus eventually for the future.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and especially for Steam, when it comes to Steam, that's known to, not really do any of that stuff. If considering that they're coming out with a little console of their own, they will inadvertently start doing that stuff. And yeah, as you can see, for your backlogs, we used to play for hours on a single screen and think we were lucky, and we were.
Yep.
And back then things were fine without NVIDIA's like high graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah,
I'm
now we
very
have
happy about it.
Yeah, and now we have the new consoles that are about to come out. They're going to have NVIDIA. They're going to have problems with RAM, which means they're going to be delayed in coming out. PlayStation, yeah, and then of course with the NVIDIA coming out, they're saying, well, it's not as bad as you think. Well, then explain it to us. Why is it not as bad?
What's his name?
Huh?
The NVIDIA CEO. I actually have no idea what it was that he was actually saying. I didn't get to this article. I wanted to cover it a few days ago, but I didn't get an opportunity to, and so I didn't really. But I'm sure it's terrible. It's just again, my understanding is so limited about DLSS 5. I'm just like, yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. So the CEO, Jensen Huang.
Yeah.
Jensen Huang. Oh my God, that's my brother's first name, Jensen. Okay, I blame all this on my brother now.
Don't dox yourself.
I blame everything on my brother. You hear that, NVIDIA? He downplayed the criticism of the DLSS 5 during the, I'm guessing GDC or GTC, whichever they want to call it, saying that all the gamers are wrong. I don't see how we can be. The reason for this is because, and he says, and I quote, the reason for that is because, as I have explained why carefully, DLSS 5 fuses the controllability of geometry and textures and everything about the game with generative AI.
Right.
He said the developers can still fine-tune generative AI. It's not post-processing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not post-processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level, according to him.
So they take the frame and add like vectors to it or something.
He says that developers can try the tool and see how they want to use it, suggesting that it's up to a developer to, quote, tune shader or see if it should be used to, or should it be made of glass. All of that is in the direct control of the game developer, he said. This is very different than generative AI. It's content control generative AI. That's why we call it neural rendering. But
then I guess the argument, obviously, that James is making here is that people will get lazier.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's an element that I haven't thought of because I'm quite naive about these things.
And for $10, James Ops says, DLSS 5 is another crutch for lazy developers. It's AI skin and hair rendering. NVIDIA stopped building better cards, and they are selling consumer AI cards and faking the performance numbers. Like everyone in the industry.
Thank you for the... Thank you for the...
Shut up and take my money.
Quite a mix.
That clip is random. I like it. Yeah, I guess there's definitely got to be a downside to that. I guess lazy developers can make their games look better. Sucks. At the moment, the biggest issue with lazy developers is that they are pumping out mechanically sloppy slop and making it look quite nice. So I guess maybe they can trick people with better graphics, with faked, easier, better graphics to buy even sloppier slop. But at the end of the day, if a guy comes out with a total masterpiece and uses DLSS 5 to put a coat of paint over it, I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like that's not the end of the world.
I don't think it's
that again is me being naive.
I don't think it's probably the end of the world, but I do think it's definitely a step towards making things more expensive. Because if the upcoming new consoles,
Right, yeah,
developers, like it says, developers were left in the dark.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? No one was expecting DLSS 5. No one.
Yeah,
The journalists are reacting as surprised as we were.
Yeah, because Capcom, I hate to call I don't like calling Capcom.
I thought you were talking about the GDC.
No, Capcom, in my opinion, I've lost a lot of faith in them, so I call them Crapcom.
That's fair. They have not been anywhere near what they were in the 90s for a long time.
So it's no surprise that Crapcom has decided to use it. As well as Ubisoft. I mean, come on, it's Ubisoft. Why wouldn't they?
Ubisoft cuts every single corner in the world. Ubisoft is a company I've spent years felting. They were the company, by the way, when my channel first started in 2022. One of the earliest videos I got was literally Ubisoft saying, "You are not going to own your games anymore."
Yeah.
2 years before it blew up and turned into Gamergate 2. But there you go.
Yeah.
They've been saying this for a long time. You'll own nothing and be happy,
And it's funny
they
because
only care about Street Fighter and Resident Evil. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Yeah, it's right. He's right. Cancel's podcast is right. They do only care about Street Fighter and Resident Evil. It's true. They don't. I mean, where's Breath of Fire? Where's that?
They fucked up with They fucked up with Devil May Cry by outsourcing it to Ninja Theory. Oh my god!
I know. Oh god, was the DMC, right? The one with the
DMC
boy Dante.
Oh my god!
One of my
friends
absolute
asked,
cancer.
Yeah, my friend Ninja Theory was receiving death threats over it, and I don't know.
I'm sorry. I've been blackpilled on death threats. Now I just say receipts, please, every time, no matter who says it.
One person, and you can tell. Oh my god, the greatest weeb in the world actually put, and they got arrested for this. They got arrested for putting Ninja Theory's name in a Death Note book from Death Note, from the show Death Note, and they put their name down on there, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is too much! You're arresting people for doing that kind of stupid shit." Yep. Seriously.
If you actually tally up all the great franchises that Crapcom had, there are so many beyond just freaking Street Fighter and Resident Evil. With the chat's going nuts about Resident Evil. Breath of Fire. The chat's going nuts about Breath of Fire because that was a great RPG series that peaked on the PlayStation 1. And has no there was a PS2 one. Number 5 was absolutely awful. Dragon Quarter, it was completely broken. They changed everything about it. If they would imagine right now what should happen, if you want my what I would do if I was the king of the gaming industry, JRPGs, baby, JRPGs up the ass. Turn-based, single-player, story-driven JRPGs up the arse like Expedition 33. And Crapcom is already sitting on a beloved franchise that they could revive anytime and make themselves an Expedition 33 and Breath of Fire. Or just remaster the old ones. Madness.
Yes.
Most of these companies have got at least one JRPG franchise from the PS1 era, the last great boom of JRPGs. They can bring them back, make all the money in the world. Fuck live services. Abandon them, please. Go on.
Yeah, the thing is, though, so many people are just getting so annoyed by remakes. And Arca's Rage, thank you for the gifted 10 Scooby Pup memberships.
Thank you for the
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah,
You
listen
guys
to
get
that
away with the
round of
same murder I do.
just listen to that round. You heard that round of applause just to see a girl's ass. You gotta love seeing multiple clips.
I don't know. I see girls' asses every day. I got a wife and 2 daughters.
And then you got those anime girl asses that you play during the show.
Oh man, I can whip up one of them in 5 minutes if I need to. 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're good at that. You're good at that shit. So with all that stuff happening with NVIDIA, RAM shortages and stuff like that, and good games companies and everything like that, we're looking at a pretty pricey future for some of these game consoles and games in particular.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
think, Nintendo started it out just for this generation with prices going up for $80 for Nintendo. And once they brought it up, all of a sudden, new games that are coming out have been in like the $70 range to $6 and higher.
70 to 80, but they abandoned 80. That was actually, no one talks about it, but that was a win for gamers.
Mm-hmm.
They were, if they could have got away with it, we'd all be paying $80 now. But we're not. We're still paying 70. They went back.
Yeah.
It's not much of a win. It used to be 60. Before that, it was 50. But you know what? Whatever. I don't see for what you get if you pay for the right game. If you're in any way an intelligent and informed buyer, like for example, Marathon, probably not even worth $40.
Oh my God.
Crimson Desert, in my opinion, definitely worth $70. And I'm not advocating for dynamic pricing, by the way. I'm just saying that this used to be the thing. And apparently we're just doing retro night with Will's brain today. You go into a game shop, you look at the various cases, and you decide which one of them is worth your £40, in my case, at the time. Mm-hmm. And you'd be like, oh, this looks good. You look at the back of the box. You hope you're right. We didn't have Google to look at the reviews and stuff back then. We didn't have Metacritic or anything like that. So if you got it wrong, well, womp, you were felted. You had to play this turkey of a game. And I got it wrong several times. Mostly I got it right, but I read magazines. Back when journalists could be trusted. Now it's, hey, buy this game, $80, baby. And you're like, okay, what's in it? Oh, we're going to lie to you about everything. And also, if you don't buy it, you're a racist. Excuse me, and that's the chaos of the industry. You're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a bigot, you're a bastard. Okay.
That is Wu Chang fallen feathers to a T. They had so much advertised, and then you get the game, they sucked out the story. You can't kill the bosses, they just get tired. It's like, okay, so what am I doing? You're running around killing things, and then what? That's it. You're just running around killing things. There's no story? No, we removed it. Why? China wasn't happy.
So we can sell it back to you, baby. That's why.
It's like, China wasn't happy, so we removed the story. Then what did you leave in there? Annoying gameplay. Fuck you.
It's the South Park reference, when you see the movie trailers through Stan's eyes when he starts turning like 10 years old or whatever, and everything starts turning to shit.
Yeah.
So it's like Rob Schneider instead of derp de dur, you get Rob Schneider. And it's like the new XYZ movie. Whatever. Fuck you. You'll go see it.
Exactly.
Rob Schneider is.
Exactly. Rob Schneider, do. Exactly.
Sure.
Tempted, teedly tempted do. I'm waiting for it. Teedly toe.
It's the derp derpity derpity derp.
Yeah. Teedly do. Ready,
It reminds you of it reminds you of the South Park movie. You know, Terrence and
Yeah.
Phillip, all they do is fart.
Yeah. Well, it's like that, but it's more like you turn on the radio and all you hear is, and then you go and you turn on the TV and it's like One Piece season 2. Read the manga.
Yeah. That's what I always prefer. I prefer the mangas over the
Yeah, I know.
animes
I'm
themselves
getting
because
irritated with Nerd
because
Writing and Critical Drinker at the moment because they're like, One Piece season 2 is A-okay, and I'm like, yeah, read the fucking manga.
yeah, exactly. I mean, for me,
That's what you would tell us about Game of Thrones or Star Trek. What's the OG? You guys are becoming part of the problem with One Piece. Stop it.
Yeah, and for me, it's kind of like when I see that stuff, it's like if you're going to do the games or anything like that, and it's like, okay, you know what? Play the games or read the book. You're going to get more lore from the actual material.
Yeah.
Than
I hate adaptations.
Whip up. Like they're making a movie on Helldivers. And I was like,
I forgot.
When I found out about that through Nick from Plot Strikes Back.
Yeah.
When I found out about that, I was like, are you fucking
kidding me? Did you play Helldivers 1?
I have not played 1, but I have 2, and I've played 2, and I enjoy it. I enjoy Helldivers 2.
I played Helldivers 1 for quite a while with my friend back in the day when it was a twin stick. And then Helldivers 2 came out and I'm like, huh? What? How is this the sequel? This is a totally different genre. But hey, It was a good game. And then they're like, we're going to adapt Helldivers. It's like, yeah, but what is there to adapt? It's basically a rebooted franchise with one game.
Not only that is it's a reference to every sci-fi game out there. I mean,
yeah, you might as well make a
sci-fi movie. I mean, like
Troopers.
The shuttle that picks you up when you're done with the mission is the same damn shuttle from Aliens.
It's like Ready Player One. Did you see that movie? It's everything. Well,
I saw like bits and pieces. I saw bits and pieces of the movie.
Right.
But Starship Troopers,
the book is solid, but the movie is just reference porn the whole way through. Everything is a reference to something.
As far as Helldivers go, though, it's like a combination of Starship Troopers, Terminator, Alien, and stuff like that. I was counting out. When I was playing with Nick, I was like, "Hey, this is a reference to this."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, you got it."
I love stuff like that when there's like a coherent identity for the medium to have for the media property, the IP that has its own identity, and then it's like, oh look, there was an Easter egg there that was a reference to something that inspired it. That's cool. But if all you got is references, you haven't really created anything, which is sad. And that's the problem with Hollywood these days. I don't mean necessarily Helldivers. Helldivers definitely has its own identity, although it is very Alien and Starship Troopers inspired. But that's fine. That's actually moving to another medium. You're changing the name. You're thinking of your own stuff too. But
I just hope it doesn't get fucked up like the Halo TV show did.
I just think they're gonna fuck it up 100% of the time. Completely black on abortions. Sorry, adaptations. I call them abortions because because that's what they end up being. But that was a Freudian slip. Sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, I mean, but as you mentioned, they jumped up with the prices for games and then they jumped down. But now that we've got NVIDIA coming in, they're going to be making graphics even more. That is, if the company chooses to use them for said particular game.
Yeah.
That's going to make the graphics for a game make the game even more probably pricey, because they're probably going to say, you're paying for the graphics now, not the game.
Yep.
And for me, what makes a good game is everything, the whole package. If you're going to give me good graphics, it better be damn good gameplay. You better give me everything: story, characters, gameplay, graphics. You better give me everything. And to me, when you do, that's a perfect game. To me, that's
by today's standards, absolutely. The bottom of the list for me is graphics. I'm one can overpower the other in terms of story and gameplay. For example, Expedition 33, very, very story-driven JRPG in the vein of a Final Fantasy. Love it. Best JRPG of the last 20 years. Crimson Desert, not really looking for a big, expansive story, looking for solid gameplay and exploration. That's a different kind of thing. If you have one of these two, I'm in. So those are the sort of defining factors for me. Whereas graphics, you could give me, you could probably sell me either Expedition 33 or Crimson Desert if they were 2D.
Yeah, for
and
me,
I'd be like, okay.
Graphics would be fine for certain games, certain action games, like if you're gonna do Devil May Cry. Well, okay, because Dante does a lot of funny ass things. And, and
spectacle tailored gameplay like Resident Evil or God of War.
Yeah, I mean those are some games that would require really good graphics that I would love to see. If you're gonna give me
date, the scariest thing that I've ever seen in Resident Evil is the first zombie on the PS1 version. Still traumatized me to this day. I
never
have
saw
very
that.
big. I have enormous trouble looking at that thing.
I have
terrifies
never
me.
played, believe it or not, I've never played Resident Evil 1. My first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 2. I started off with 2.
Oh, I played the first, what should we say, 3 minutes. Then the first zombie turned around, and I put the pad down. And never came
you
back.
were like, nope, not doing this.
I played RE5 extensively with a friend of mine, but that was
I did not like.
fun.
I did not like. Yeah, I did not like RE5, but I liked Resident Evil 6, and mainly because of Leon's storyline. Leon's storyline brought back everything to the way it originally was. It was back to being scary. He brought back the zombies. It brought back his was perfectly tailored for him. And when it came to Resident Evil 6, a lot of people said the same thing. The best storyline was Leon's.
Yeah, everyone said that. Yeah.
And
people
even Ada.
They turned Chris into an action hero by that point in RE5, so it didn't really work. It got campy and silly.
And even Ada in Resident Evil 6, her storyline was great. She had a great one, too.
I should clarify, I've watched every single game. I think the series is riveting and I love the lore. I just can't play Resident Evil 1. It just it's too much for me when those little bald white bastards
PTSD
with the ball heads come going, can't do it.
Yeah,
you want to scare the shit out of me? Shave your head, paint it pure white, put on a green jacket, and look over your shoulder at me. I will freeze.
You will freeze or grab a shotgun and just shoot like in the game.
There's a reasonable chance I might grab the nearest like heavy object and try to bludgeon you with it. Yeah. But I don't know. No one's ever done it. Please don't ever do that to me, anyone.
Yeah. See, another person. Resident Evil 6, what was the worst part? Leon's part was on the good part. The rest was trash. That's what everybody else says.
Yeah. Yeah. And most people are celebrating Leon's part of RE9 as well, from what I'm seeing anyway.
When you think about it, Resident Evil 4, when it was first, which is when Leon was, I think he was first introduced in Resident Evil 4. I'm not quite too sure. Or was it 2?
RE2. It was 2.
It was RE2. Well,
2
he
came
turned
out
out
in 1998.
Yeah.
Resident 4 came out in like 2006, 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, when it came out, it was Resident Evil's most, it was its top selling Resident Evil game. It was the best out of the entire franchise. And of course, it was strictly Leon. But when it came to Resident Evil 2 and stuff, it seems like Leon is the favorited character out of the entire IP.
Oh yeah, everyone loves Leon. Yeah, he became the most favorite character because they gave him a bit more personality than they gave Chris. You could blame that on technical limitations of RE1. That of course became the biggest hit in Shinji Mikami's career. He pivoted from making Disney games to making RE1. And then it was like, at the time, the only game like RE1 was Alone in the Dark, and Alone in the Dark looked like a freaking cartoon next to Resident Evil 1. So when that blew up, Resident Evil 2 happened, they had much more to create. I mean, they had actual CGI cutscenes instead of pre-rendered filmed cutscenes. So they could do a lot more, and they created a much better character with Leon.
Yeah, and because I know, like I said, the first example of the NVIDIA's rendering thing, they used it on Grace for Resident Evil 9 Requiem as an example. And although you couldn't tell, there wasn't much of a difference when they used it. She still kind of looked the same.
I felt like she looked totally different. Really?
She looked.
I felt like it completely.
I mean, like some of her features were more defined.
I mean, there's a certain look that video game characters still have, a certain plastic mannequin quality to them that I think probably allows you to dissociate a little bit. And I might be a bit sad to see that go, because when I saw the go over Grace in the DLSS 5 trailer, I was like, well, that's just the actress. So for me, it was a huge difference. I could see the difference immediately in all the clips, even the ones that are kind of stupid because they're like using Starfield and stuff where the characters don't look at all real. But with Grace, it's like, yeah, you did really well. You did a very, very good job of making your characters look Capcom-esque realistic. Yeah, and then they put Shing over it, and it's like, well, now it just looks like I'm walking down the street.
Yeah, and kind of makes you wonder what they would do if they did something like that with Eve in Stellar Blade.
Oh my God, please don't. I may never sleep. Actually, I've already used AI to recreate a completely realistic Eve, and
she's one of the characters that you see in the 3-minute and 30-some seconds long clip that I played. I stuck her in a bathing. Yeah, she's in a bathing suit, meant to look like a human, and those were the results.
Yep, she's my $5 girl. She comes up to the camera and says, "Thank you for $5." Even though,
I saw.
Of course, Eve doesn't have that accent, but in the joke version that we created, she's hyper Asian. So she says, "Thank you for $5," and then rips off her bikini top. Just cropped here. You can't quite see. You can see a little something, but not much. YouTube safe.
I'm tempted to go to Grok later onto Imagine and just have like one of the girls rip off the shirt and to reveal just something that just says across the chest, super chat.
That's not a bad idea. You could probably write it over the nipples so that they don't appear. And that might be allowed by YouTube. I don't know. I find that it's complete hypocrisy because that $5 clip gets my channel demonetized sometimes and not other times. And then I'm like, have you guys seen the WAP video? Have you guys seen the videos that rappers are putting out?
Yes.
I'm like, you're fine with this. And these are real women. And they're basically doing gonzo shots between the legs of people twerking. I'm like, and I can't have like a smidgen, like 3 frames of areola by accident. You know? Absurd.
It's like YouTube has like these their AI is like just messed up at the moment.
Oh, it's completely screwed. YouTube's screwed in so many ways.
And it makes you wonder though, because NVIDIA, like I look at my laptop right now, NVIDIA GeForce RTX right there.
Mhm.
It makes you wonder if they're just going to start, if it's just going to, just start creeping into everything, because we have the RAM shortages, and with the NVIDIA going in there and stuff, it's going to I think it's going to delay a lot of consoles, might cause some problems with a lot of games. And, it is optional to use, but, if people buy games that have it and they begin getting used to, seeing the type of graphics that they're seeing in the game, and then they buy another game that was made the same year, but the graphics aren't up to par to NVIDIA's, they might get the idea of, I want something better that looks prettier,
Yeah, maybe.
Some gamers might feel spoiled, while other gamers are like, just give me the damn game.
Yeah, there's probably an argument for that. It doesn't affect me in the slightest, because again, I'll play a game from 1998. It'd be interesting to see what DLSS 5 could do for that, but I'll play those games. I'll play if the entire game industry capped at PS3, I would never have cared. That was as much as I ever really needed. Like, whoa. So like old Snake has paws on his face. That's interesting. And that was of course a stylistic choice. If people want to go like arms race crazy over DLSS 5 graphics, and then they're gonna limit themselves on what they'll buy because they think the graphics are worse because they didn't use DLSS 5, fine, okay, miss out.
I mean, the graphics for, in my opinion, the graphics for Devil May Cry 4 at certain times are better than they are in Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, we've seen a lot of this lately. There have been lots of people tweeting Arkham Knight versus contemporary graphics now. And Arkham Knight looks 2 generations ahead. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, you will look at some of the characters, and some of the characters look better in Devil May Cry 4 than they did in Devil May Cry 5. Trish and Lady, they look far better in Devil May Cry 4 than they did in 5. And of course, even Nero, he looked better in 4 than he does in 5.
Yes, he did,
Dante, especially Dante. Dante looked amazing in 4.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember looking at Nero in 5 and being like, "What happened? Do you guys not have like any contrast budget or something? Like, it just looks washed out." It was weird.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. And as far as the PS3 graphics go, I mean, I was just impressed enough as it was when it came to Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising, and Mortal Kombat 9, or the reboot, I should say, because those.
I like 9. 9 was the peak.
Oh yeah, especially with Melina. Oh my god, I fucking loved Melina. The outfit they gave her with
mask off.
the outfit that they had for her, which was just nothing but a few strips of clothing.
There was
a trophy
middle
for it.
Cleavage boob. Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually a trophy for it. It was called, the trophy's name was Best Alternate Costume Ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this like the slave girl costume where it's nothing. Basically, it's just tiny scraps. Yeah.
Yeah, because when Kitana found her, they found her in a lab, and she was just kind of laying there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I'm just looking at it right now, actually.
Yeah, PS3 era, like you said, I would have been fine with them just leaving like that, because the graphics for a lot of those games from the PS3 are no different than they are for the PS5.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. They haven't really. I guess PS4. I think I was like, there was an element of stuff that I couldn't account for with my eyes, but I was aware of having improved. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a little bit difficult to articulate. There was just a certain level of graphical improvement with the PS4 that I felt rather than saw over the PS3. With the PS5, I see nothing. I was like, this looks exactly the same to me. And they're like, 4K, 8K. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. My eyes can only see like 2,000 pixels. So what are you doing? And then they're like, well, frame rates then. I'm like, yeah, but I grew up on a Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I grew up on 10 frames a second. I don't care. It's
Inferno
fine.
Hell Knight says the last great Mortal Kombat game was Mortal Kombat 2011. The reason I like Mortal Kombat
Is that
9.
X? Or yeah, that's Mortal Kombat 10, right?
I gotta say, the reason why I like Mortal Kombat 9, it was more of a reboot, and it had none of that shit like the babality, the animality, the friendship, or anything like that. It was just flat out
like them.
fatality or just flat out death.
I mean, they had them in Mortal Kombat 2, so
yeah. And I just loved how it was just I just loved how it was just the flat out fatality or just kill the dude.
Yeah.
As is. And
I think
that was why I loved it so much.
MK9 is the absolute peak story-wise of the series. Everything since then's been getting progressively worse. Yes. But Inferno Hell Knight is correct if he means that. I'm not sure if Mortal Kombat 2011. I think. Does he mean?
Yeah, he says
Mortal
it is
Kombat
9.
Yeah, it is 9. Yeah. Yeah. After that, I own and played and enjoyed XL eventually. But the absolute GOAT is 9. Yeah. Because it's the trilogy in one game with the original characters in their best looking forms, not necessarily graphically, but in terms of artistry, design, aesthetic,
Yeah, a lot of people
they look monstrous.
A lot of people called it Mortal Kombat 9, and other people called it a series reboot. I thought of it as a series reboot because they went, they forgoed all that other stuff and just kept it with the fatalities and things like that. They redid all the stories. This works.
Except that they, that's a little bit. I'm quite a bit older than you, I'd imagine. I played MK2. They had fatalities, babalities, and friendships in MK2 on the Super Nintendo. So I don't care if they're included or not. They're traditional to me. But MK9 is the original story before it gets too crazy and convoluted. It's not a reboot because it's a sequel in as much as the end of the original run caps with Raiden seeing them all die and has no choice but to go back and start over. So it's a re-sequel boot, fucking whatever. I don't give a shit what these terms are, but I will argue definitely and for a very, very long time that it's the best. It's the only one I've played through the entire story of more than once, and I've done it like 3 times just for fun because I get a real kick out of it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I guess a soft reboot would be putting it.
That is the correct term. I was just trying to be a dick about it because I don't generally respect soft reboots, but this is one done right. So it's a total upgrade of the original and is faithful to the originals in most ways.
Unlike the only Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the movie.
Yeah. Oh God, don't go there. Mortal Kombat 9 is the best Mortal Kombat has ever been and probably will ever be because they've gone so woke now. I don't know what happened to Boone and Tobias, but they did. They went completely down the rabbit hole.
In Cyrax when they turned them into women for the most recent one.
Oh yeah. First they race swapped one of them, then they gender swapped both of them.
Yeah, they turned Smoke into a black woman.
Yeah. Katana was never explicitly intended to be Asian as well, especially when you consider that the creators of the franchise were not Asian. So why are they insisting that she must be Asian now? Oh, is it because she's going to get with Liu Kang and he's Asian? Is that it? So she's got to be Asian too?
Or maybe her weapons.
maybe, yeah. But then in 9, she's not. She just looks like a normal, like average sort of Earth woman of any particular race. She
Same
might be
with-
white. She might be Hispanic. She might be. I mean, okay, she's not black or Chinese, but she's, she's just a woman.
I mean,
and
even Melina kind of looks in the most recent ones. She looks a little bit Asian. She looks like a monstrous version of Asian. Yeah. If you look at her in Mortal Kombat 9, if you look at her in Mortal Kombat 9, she's just a psycho monster that wants to kill you. And it's kind of like,
yeah, she's just a bitch. Yeah, just a psycho bitch. And you pull off that mask, and there's a great big fucking tar cotton mouth in there.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Yeah.
No.
Jesus Christ! You want to know how I got these scars? Okay, those aren't scars. That's just a gaping maw. Yeah, even though like they decided, okay, Katana's Asian now, it's like, well, which Asian is it? Because she seems to race swap between Asian nations in every game as well. So she looked mostly Chinese, I think, in 10, and then she's been around the gamut. But they don't seem to know anything about Asia, which is funny because when they go, oh, we're going to make them Asian, they make them all look Chinese or Japanese or Korean. Mostly Chinese or Japanese.
I like St. Hugo's comment, but I wonder what Hypno would say about it.
Oof.
They turned Goro into a short guy. No, wait, that was Hypno.
Oof.
Oof. If it was a short guy, I would have thought if they turned him into a short guy, I would have thought it was maybe Kata.
Oof. Oof again. I'm going to tell them all these jokes in a minute. Or in 2 hours. Or in 1 hour when I talk to them.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it is that time. So
is it already? Wow.
Yes, it is, really. Hopefully we'll be able to have you on again.
I've had a blast. I'd love to come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm awake this time. The reason it took so long was because I was awake during the day, my time, whereas now I work all night. So.
Okay. And I also do reviews, and the reviews are, I think I told you, like those are scheduled around the guests themselves, whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, live or pre-recorded.
Oh, cool.
If you ever want to do those, because for the reviews, it's either you can review a game or a movie or a show or whatever. So those are completely different.
Okay. That's cool. We can absolutely talk about that. Yeah.
So
right now, all I can think is I got to do my own proper review of Crimson Desert, because right now I'm working on a first impressions video, but I got to do a full review of that. Might take me a year, but I'll do it.
So what you got coming up?
The usual. There'll be a video coming out in the next 24 hours. It will be my first impressions of Crimson Desert, as I just said. Tomorrow at, I can never remember the time, 11 a.m. Eastern, we'll be reviewing the last 2 episodes of Red Dwarf Series 11. We do reviews of classic sci-fi on my channel on Sundays. Then I guess the rest of it's the usual thing. Mondays is me talking about pop culture. Tuesdays is us talking about pop culture. That's WTF Live. Wednesdays, me again. Thursdays, we do Wanker of the Week. That's where we tear apart basically anyone from pop culture, politics, or mostly other YouTubers these days who make complete asses of themselves. Fridays, it's me again, just talking about pop culture and politics. Saturdays can be anything. God knows. Wild card. Could be Jackbox, could be playing Shredder's Revenge. And in between all those, I release videos from time to time. So just any time's a good time to come and check out Will of the Fans and subscribe.
Yes, I highly agree. Your shows are very, very fun to watch. So guys, definitely like and subscribe to him. Consider becoming a member. Definitely catch his stuff as often as I can. When it came to Doctor Who, every time he covered a show, he had me laughing.
We went nuts. The Doctor Who one was crazy.
You guys burned it.
I'm looking forward to
no
Christmas.
Mercy.
No, we were savage. Anything anything that went wrong in that show, anything that didn't make sense, even compared to another of their own episodes. We would just rip it to shreds. I was glorious. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Christmas because there'll be a new one.
You guys showed no mercy on that. I was like, damn. It was kind of like watching WDW go into the Acolyte.
Right.
I was like, they're being vicious with this, and then I was like, I kind of want to see this myself, and then I watched some of it, and I was like, it's like I'm.
Now you know why we're being so
vicious. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah. Now you know exactly why we were being so fucking vicious, because we had to sit and watch this shit, and I even had to make like Rhoda and John watch this shit as well. I think it was Rhoda back then. I actually remember, but oh yeah, for the last series, yeah. But when you're watching this formerly great slop insult your intelligence and beat you over the head with its ridiculous agendas all the time, why should I be any kinder to them than they were to me and my family?
Yeah, that's why I lost all faith in MCU.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know if you've seen the commercial for the new Spider-Man, but it looks like it looks like another Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 fuck up. That's what I see it as. Too much in one movie and no direction. That's what
I
it
agree.
Like
actually, it looks like crowbarring as much in as you can possibly do. I actually am surprised by a lot of the reaction to it. A lot of people are very, very positive on that trailer, and I thought it looked like total slop.
Yeah, to me, I was like, "What the?" And then it hit me. All that shit going on at once. Do not tell me they're bringing in the fucking multiverse again.
They're supposed to be tying it off, right? But then I don't know. I don't know what the schedule is. Does this come out before Avengers Doomsday or after?
This comes out before Doomsday.
Okay, so they still have the multiverse to play with then? Oh fuck. Please.
Doomsday
Nobody
comes out
ever do a multiverse ever again, please. It's just
Doomsday comes out in 2027, I think.
No.
Gee.
Yeah, is it next? When is Doomsday out?
I don't know when, but either way, when it comes out, I don't want to see it.
It comes out this year, December 18th.
Okay, so it comes out after Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm.
And I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to see it, and then I'm going to complain to Tony. I'm just going to, when Stark of Iron, I'm just going to go over to him. I'm just going to be like,
I promised I would never pay to see another Marvel property. The deal I have is if someone sends me the ticket money, I'll go see it and review it. And, after She-Hulk, I said I'd never pay Marvel again.
Yeah, She-Hulk made me cancel Disney Plus.
I didn't even watch it on Disney Plus, but I did watch Doctor Who on Disney Plus, and didn't cancel it the second it was ended.
Let me give my producer a chance to plug his stuff so he can come on in.
That's right, everybody. It's Epic Eric back in his house. What's going on? So we're going to be having ourselves a show, you see. It's going to be happening here in about, 10 minutes or so. If you like news, if you like parody news, if you like pop culture and gaming news, and if you like those kick-ass graphics that come over the stock of our channel, we're going to be doing some Spider-Man. So we're going to be sitting all over that. Then we'll probably, pay homage to Chuck Norris and then make fun of Kevin Smith because, Zampic. Really skinny.
Oh, God. Has he? No.
Oh, no.
He's got himself a Blunt Man and Chronic beat 'em up game. We're going to make fun of that, too.
Oh, no. Is he on a Zempic?
He definitely looks like it. Definitely, it's size is one thing, but
I can't see a picture of him otherwise, but oh my God.
Dude's fucking lethargic, I swear.
As for me, if you guys want to hear more of my melodious voice, and hear any more opinions,
you do have a cute voice.
If you guys want to hear more of my melodious voice or hear any more opinions or want to hear me crash out at times, I will be on StartCast, which I will redirect you guys to as soon as the stream ends.
And
Because I'm
magically,
one of the-
baby, but check this out with my producer powers. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap as you, holler at you, and brag my stuff.
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wiki wiki let's go, yo,
Okay,
bang bang.
hell yeah, motherfucker!
Well, Cosmo bitch is the big fat bitch is the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Go on.
She mean no bitch, she has stupid ass, she's a big bitch. She's a stupid bitch!
Cosmo's a bitch.
Yes, we need to. Will, we need to like.
Yeah,
do
we
a
need to collab
commercial
on
for
that, don't we?
your,
Yeah.
we need to do a commercial for your show. I want to run
You
your
know-
content through this model. For
You know what we
commercial
could
for your show.
do?
Hmm?
We could do a rough view, and you two do it as Cartman.
Yeah.
And we'll do a
Well,
rough
no,
view
we
of-
only need one cut, man. But I tell you what, I can't. I mean, I got a couple of other South Park voices in my repertoire.
Well, I was gonna say, we could rough view the South Park movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, then I'm just gonna have to animate straight now, aren't I?
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good.
Oh, you should hear me sing up there.
Up there, up,
Up
where
there
the sky
where there's so much room. Baby's purple and flowers bloom. Everyone dreams, I can dream too. Up there, up
Mr.
where the
Jefferson.
skies are ocean blue.
My stream has become a musical.
Oh my
That's what
god,
you get for dealing with the musical genius
could do-
such as yours truly.
beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
like it. He's got more modern Cartman. Mine's more like the 90s Cartman.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, you definitely got that satellite.
I do the more-
stuffed up your ass.
Yeah. Whereas they
Got it.
started talking more normally as Cartman
Mhm.
in the more recent ones, and
Yeah.
I just like it better when he sounds like an absolutely insane person. So they, you know, where there's like almost nothing
Yeah.
human in the voice. You know, I love
Well,
it.
that's because, when Randy swings by and he's just like, damn, you sound constipated.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Like I said, I got a million of them.
That's really good.
We'll talk shop sometime. Sure.
Cool.
So yeah, outro wise, yeah, I will be going straight over to Tony's Startcast. I'm one of the panel members over there. So if you want to hear more of my melodious voice, go straight on over there. Follow the raid link. And I will hope to see you guys over there as well. And Monday, 9:30 p.m., I will continue with Code Vein 2. I got a little lost last time, so I'll be picking back up for that. So there's that. And next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, SCOOBYPUP'S podcast. My guest will be The Plot Strikes Back. So I hope to see you guys there for more discussion, things like that, and hopefully more fun.
Beautiful.
So thank you guys for coming to watch. Thank my mods for doing what you do best. I love you guys. Thank you for all your subscribers. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am. I do all this stuff for you. Thank you, my producer, for helping things run smooth, since I can't do the click the buttons, worth a damn without making things mess
Well,
up.
if it wasn't, like I said, if it wasn't for me learning how to do this all on my own while acting, directing, and improving and interacting with the chat, I mean, from my perspective, just being your button pusher is like the easiest part of the day. Like it
Yeah.
really is easy.
Multitasking is not my greatest thing while streaming. So,
It's
since I
hard.
stream when I
I'm
do
like
my
the
game-
warden of
Took me a long
Super Jail.
time.
I got buttons and levers and dials all over the place.
Yeah, when I stream my gameplay through my PS5, I literally have my laptop open up to YouTube so I can see what people are saying. Because even
Right.
though I can see what people are saying on the chat on my TV screen, because it'll pop up on my PlayStation, for things like super chats and things like that, I can't see it unless I look at my YouTube. So I have my YouTube stream up, but I have the stream muted so nobody can hear it in the background. But I can
Right.
still see what people are doing at the same time. So I'm playing a game while glancing every once in a while over on YouTube. which usually gets me killed many times, aside from lack of skill during Souls games. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Shut up, Tony.
I want chicken. I want liver. Din, Mr. Bigglesworth, come on there.
Stop about that damn cat. I hate it.
You
I hate
and your
that cat.
cat.
Meow mix, please deliver.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Nobody
How
is
about
going to-
yes?
Nobody's going to let me live down.
How about no? Yeah.
Nobody is going to let me live down the cat. I swear, I'm still fighting the cat. in
Scooby
Wu-Tang
and the
Fallen
cat.
Feather.
That's right.
So yeah, I'm still fighting that cat. It's gotten to the point where I've just decided to play Wu-Tang Fallen Feathers as a subathon sort of thing because, Will, you've seen how I am at that game.
Scoops, it's
I have
3 minutes until showtime on my end, so I'm going to go ahead and bolt. I'll see you over there.
Okay, sweetie.
All right.
But yeah, it's
Take care, man.
It's
you too. It was a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully you were thoroughly entertained.
Likewise, I was. Thank you.
It's watching me play games, guys, can be very, very fun because when it comes to Souls games and I get stressed out, the cuss words come flying out. And sometimes,
they're fun.
And sometimes I get so stressed to the point where
it's the cutest swearing you'll ever hear.
And sometimes I'll get so stressed that I'll switch into a different language. Or you'll hear things being thrown and slammed against a table and whatnot. So yeah, it's my gamer's rage is very bad. But again, thank you for coming in. I hope to have you again soon. And guys, like, subscribe to Will of the Fans. One of the best grifters out there. If you like boobies, go to him. He's got the best selection.
A booba.
He has got the best selection of booby clips.
Well, they're music videos. That's what I'm making. People are making like clips, reels with music. I'm making music videos.
And they're very interesting. They're good. They're good to do. They're good to watch. I like them.
Thank you.
But yeah, it is. Thank you for coming on. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
I will catch you guys all on Monday when I start up 9:30 p.m. again on Scooby Pups Barcade covering Code Vein 2. Well, playing Code Vein 2 and going madly insane. And like I said, 5 p.m. Eastern next Saturday. Don't miss it. Plot Strikes Back with Nick. I hope to see you guys all there. Until then, have a great morning, noon, night, wherever you are. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Tatty bye.